Hey, welcome. It is Saturday, it's the weekend. We just did our Grondwerk top 20, whatever. It's been a long one, so going to keep it short and tight this time around. What this is let's just call it new in collection because it is what it is. I have maybe an Unearthing Darkness segment in it, and that's this one. It's Hounds of Hades, Argento Records. We did a trade with them, Hypertension, and these are the records we put in the distro or are going to put on Discogs on our online store. The first one is Verwoed with Woudloper. If you are from Belgium, that word means something very special. It came mostly on black. I think we have about 4 copies of it on black. It's the new Verwoed album. I haven't heard it. I liked the previous stuff by them a whole lot. The tape Richard Tartarus did. And then, yeah, the other one. This is a one-sided 12-inch with a very nice etching on it. And like I said, this is Argento, but distributed by Hounds of Hades. There you go. So yeah, the wood, Dutch black metal, very atmospheric. A song line here and there, or a vocal line, with just clean singing. Yeah, this is the Hounds of Hades logo. There's a black version, there's a red version. The other guy from the label claimed the red version. Way to go, sending one color copy to a bunch of record collectors, but yeah. Ralph got it, no biggie. This is Cold Fell with Erwol. I am assuming it's on the verge of punk and black metal. It has rain-bad visuals going through it. It has some Martin Coy looking things. So oh, there we go. Layout and design by Mark McCoy. So, yeah. But I think that's rain-bad visual. The top, I'm not sure. I don't see it, so maybe it's all Mark McCoy. Whatever. There you go. Cold Fell. It looks like his work. Yeah. Straight black, 12-inch, nothing too special. Argento is a record label that came on my radar, I think 2 or 3 years ago now. They are from the Netherlands, from Amsterdam, and I'm not sure what the combination with Hounds of Hades, or Wolves of Hades, I'm sorry, what their combination is. I think he jumped on the label, if I'm not mistaken, just to help out and to do both stuff and distribution. This one is Ossaert with Bedehuis. I saw this cover pop up a lot. I think this is also Rainbad Visuals, or just this. But yeah, great looking albums, cool logo. There's the classic Argento logo. I think this one will become a favorite of mine. There is a insert with a picture of the Ossaert, I guess, and it is a Pigman, which is cool. Lyrics on the back, it's all in Dutch. Artwork by RS, layout by GM, so yeah. Not sure. RS, I think, is... Could be wrong. Black, I think it's a two-sided because there are a lot of songs on here. Yeah, two-sided black 12-inch. And like I said, if you're interested in some of these records, let us know. It's mostly black metal with a strong, not always, but with a strong punk influence for most of them. I wouldn't say it was this punk influence, but something like Cold Fell. Then, Mutilation Rights, I was under the impression they were done, but they did one more. Now this is a bit older, this is called Chasm, and this is from, does it say? No. Split release between Argento and Galit Media, American black metal bands that I saw live a few times, I think. Yeah, it's cool to see that they are. I'm not sure if they're still active now because, like I said, I think this came out like 2 years ago by now. I'm not sure. Yeah. Cool looking print or inner sleeve. And some of you will know him. That guy. Shorts dude from Tau. I think it's Tyler, but I'm not sure. Could be wrong. Didn't know he was in that band, but I think they may have some lineup changes through the years. Also, just the black version. It's a trade, so you get the, you know, the most classic colors for the records. And then the last one before we dive into my actual new collection. This is just a highlight. One of the records that came out, I think last year, 2019, Scared Off the Streets by Pressure Pact. Did not have this one, and this will go. I'm not sure those will be in the collection. This one will be. Dutch, yeah, street punk, furious life, very good. Yeah, nothing more to say. All the Pressure of the World at Your Feet. There you go. Looks like a NIC Red cover, but once again, there's no inserts, or there is an insert. Very sorry. There you go. Hans, Joep, Len, and Nick. So very, very Dutch. And there you go. Pressure Pact. Lyrics on the back. What year? Nobody writes years on there. I don't know. There was a color version with a nice looking obi strip, but you know that sold out a long time ago. But yeah, cool. I met Joep once. Very cool dude. But yeah, Scared Off the Streets. Actually amped to spin this one. Then I have two tapes, some small records, some big records, a zine and a book. The first one is this one. Here we go. Defeasatory, I guess, with Chasm of Perpetual Decay. This came out on a few labels, but this is the Rusted Wind cover, Barbaric Brutality. The guy behind the label is also on Draped and Dripped, that podcast, internet show, everyone. It's all nice and baby blue, but it's disgusting what is on this tape. The actual cover, I thought was going to be this, the body, the torso, but it turned out they asked Rusted Winds to create a cover. Rampant Savagery, Out of Body, Rancidity, Saw 'em Off, Entangled in Blood-Soaked Swamp, No Way to Stop Killing. So yeah, it's in that vein. This is a re-release, or a compilation if you will, from a previous EP called, I wrote it down, No Way to Stop Killing, with a new intro and 3 extra tracks. So you could say it's his full length, maybe like, you know, Beharit did, or was done for them. Guy from Uruguay, one man, death metal, Rancid. And then the second one is, here we go, Aborto Facients, pretty sure. There you go, it's handwritten, but it's a bit more legible than the actual logo. This is a self-release tape by the band, and this was distributed through Medieval Prophecy Records, out of all the labels. He's not doing distro, it seems, but the band asked him to do the European distribution, and he had like 20. So I don't imagine, it's not numbered, but I think it's around 50 in total. Rotten Putrid, Bone Consumer, and Puking Guts. Intro, Dismembered Corpse of Aquinas, and Stench Coming from the Tomb. Yeah, there is almost nothing you can find about this band on the internet. If you look hard enough, you'll probably find it, or if you are on some sort of specialized website. But the names that came up, or that they gave, it's Rotten Analog Death Metal according to them, Lord of Putrefaction, the early Cenotaph from Mexico, and then Delirium from Holland were their influences. That's what they say. I have heard it once through. It's very lo-fi, rehearsal-ish room death metal, but yeah, it's cool. Cool tape. And it was through Medieval Prophecy, which, if he does something, I tend to like it a lot, so that's that. 2 7-inches, 2 gifts actually, which is always nice. This is the Power Trip Hornet's Nest Flexi that came out on Dark Operative in 2019. Originally issued on the High on Fire Power Trip North American co-headlining tour in the fall of 2019, but then was re-released. Rest in peace, Riley. Yeah, I got this from my buddy Dries as a Christmas present. We did an order with Reality Records, and you know what I think about that label. Okay, this was a gift from Jens. I'm selling a bunch of his records. He said if you like anything, just take it. I'm done with them. I just picked this one because this was missing from my collection. This is Gag with, and I have to see, A 2-tracker, No Hope, No Change, a dehumanized cover, and then Locker Room, it's called. So it's a big hole 45. I don't think there's anything insert-wise. I'm wrong again. Here's the insert. Classic clown face. And then some nice looking artwork. Art by Scotty Young, and this is on Iron Lung Records, of course. Gag, the album was in my top 20, the channel top 20, not the Grondwerk top 20. I rearranged a bit just to keep it interesting, and you know, since music is fluid, or my taste in music is fluid, the top should be too. So Jens, thank you very much. Tries, thank you very much. Then 3 records and 2 paperworks, I should say. This is Innumerable Forms with Punishment in Flesh. David re-hyped me to them, I should say, because they have a new tape called... I can't read my own writing. Despotic Race, I think. That won't be it. Ruins? Not sure. This is their first full-length on Profound Lore, which came out, I think, 2018, maybe already. But yeah, this is a super group, if you will, playing punk-influenced death metal with some grind because of the tempo. These are guys from Mammoth Grinder, Power Trip, Red Dead, Rival Mob, Iron Lung, so just all the bands I actually like from that scene compiled into Innumerable Forms. I got this in a trade, actually. I traded my ISIS CD box, Japanese CD box, with their discography in it, for this, and you know, some cash. But the guy was very happy to do it, and I was very happy to pick something from his trade list. Because it's kind of hard to find this one, as in it costs more than it should. This is the clear version, crystal clear. Very nice looking center labels, and like, yeah, it's a great record. It's not mind-blowing, but it is very enjoyable, and I actually like the tracks. I have to listen to this again, but for now, right? For now, the tracks on the new tape, the Despotic, Jesus, I can't even write it. Despotic something, those 2 tracks, or those 3 tracks actually, you know, suit me more at this time. Then this came in, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago. The Frozen Soul with Crypt of Ice. This came out on Century Media. You know, Frozen Soul started on Maggot Stomp, of course. Yeah, what is there to say? A lot of the tracks you already knew from their digital output, their cassette output. This is re-recorded, I think, because the sound is pretty consistent. There are tracks that I'm not sure about what I think about it, because I listened to it a few times, not completely too. But this track, The Rate of Death, that song is incredible. It is, yeah, it's just incredible. It hits at every point, at every right time. It has a completely crazy pace. It's very slow, very dragging death metal. And when the break comes, when he says that rate of death, it just, you know, I talked about a death metal pit in Grondwerk, and you're always kind of confused, but if you can 2-step really slow, you can 2-step really slow to this track. It is insane, and I have to listen to it a bit more just to know, because if you know like 3 tracks by heart, I think Merciless, Rate of Death, and Crypt of Ice were the tracks I already knew, and then the other ones I have to hear a bit more, because it sounds like the other ones aren't catchy, or as catchy, but yeah. This is the heavyweight pressing, is it 180? I'm not sure. Yeah, 180 Ice Blue. And this came through Century Media Europe, or Germany, I'm not sure. The Sanguisugarbaby with their Tortured Hole record was also released yesterday. I think pre-orders are still running on Holy Mountain, Century Media. I think for Belgian people who want the record, hit up the Large of all places. That rag you read on the toilet with all the crazy shirts in there. But yeah, Frozen Soul definitely worth checking out if you're into slow, knuckle dragging, caveman sound death metal. And then, last but not least, for the records, a grail of mine, call it what you will, came in. And this is Kindred with File 01. Once again, a trade that I did with a person I kind of know, a guy from my local scene. Kevin is his name. He was looking for the Kindred Culture test pressing on Good Life Recordings. There is a orange one, a yellow one, and I had the brown one, and that was missing from his collection. He has everything. I only had that, and I was missing this, and this is the classic from them. So we traded, and once again, I got some extra cash for that, so I'm happy. Bomba. So yeah, this thing is a standard for my upbringing, for my local scene, for the Belgian scene. This is the, if you will, the Limburg or the Riemst Maasmechelen answer to the 8000 scene. The answer, I say, not that they are, antagonizing, or they were all friends, but this is, from our side of the country, and we don't have a lot, so we take pride in Kindred a lot. Metallic hardcore, but with a lot of groove. They had a lot of energy live. The energy is palpable also on this record. It is, in my opinion, a classic, and I think in a lot of people's opinion, a classic. This came out on Good Life. I'm not sure what year, but it should be late 90s somewhere. I forgot. Recorded in 96, so yeah, 96, 97. This is the nice and standard black version. There's also a white version. And as with a lot of Good Life recordings, this is a very bare bones release. There's no insert. Very, very bare bones. Lyrics are on the back, but that's the way that goes sometime. Yeah, man. I know some of these guys personal, and they're all great guys. They came out of the metallic straight edge hardcore scene that was raging back then, and I can't say enough good things about Kindred. Check it out if you're into 8000s metallic hardcore from the mid-90s, late 90s. Then, two paperwork things, two books, one zine. This is new Boots Heaven zine. Boot Heavens, not Boots Heaven. Issue number 5, winter 2021. Interviews with Vanguard, Invunche, Raw Brigade, Crucified, Phantom Allure, Headsplit Records, and contributions by Freddy Alva, Bjorn Dosche from Rise and Fall, and yours truly, Whitefield. MF Doom on the back, so it's kind of newish. It always looks really insane and really good. This is, for example, the Invunche spread with Val live on the cover. Really nice page. The Invunche interview is actually very long. One of my favorite images is this one. And very good interviews. The weirdest thing in here, there are some, of course, reviews and stuff like that. The Headsplit Records spread. This is the weirdest thing in the world. I know I saw it somewhere or seen it somewhere, but I don't know what it is. It creeps me the fuck out. It's not an interview. He just gives him quotes and stuff from his kind of world and his scene, and he just gives an answer. It's completely insane, just like the label. This is my contribution. He asked me to compile a playlist of compilations, because that's what the last part of the zine is about. I was kind of surprised that I just took some comps I had in the collection. Like always, I start from the collection. And 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5 are from 2018, so yeah, weird that was such a compilation year. Corpsant I took, of course, Ancient Records Demo Compilation Part 2, the Bloodlust tape, Black Metal Revivalism Part 1, and then the Tasmania 2, which gives a good true line in what I'm listening to at the moment or forever. But yeah, rest in peace, Doom. Very cool zine. I think it's available on request, or maybe, I'm not sure, it's limited. Damn, I have a dry throat. Still managed to make this a 20-minute video. Crazy. The last thing I want to show, and I'll show this because it's still available, it is a bit expensive, and I'm not sure everybody will get it, but it's very worth it. It's the Analog Black Terror Volume 2 book. I showed Volume 1 when it came out. This is the second one. It has a bit more pages than the other one. It is an extra thick book. The first few hundred or so came signed in blood. I'll show where it was signed in blood. It's all black and white, but it's a very heavy tome. The upside down cross would be in blood, but this is just signed by Val Noir, the guy who compiled this absolute beast. What this is, Val Noir, yes, Jean Val Noir Simoulin. It's published by Nuclear War now. Mine didn't come with blood, but came with this stamp collection, LSD if you prefer so. Yeah, stamps, and then one big ass poster with the cover. And I think a collage by Monsieur Val Noir on the back. So I think they are running that now if you order. I think it's also limited like the blood. Like I said, I don't need the blood. I'm not that keen on that sort of stuff. But yeah, showing it is kind of hard, but no, I'll try to make it work. This is, for example, a Master's Hammer spread. Some of the, it's all demos, 80s, 90s, everything. God damn it, this is heavy. There we go. I think it's, oh, that was the Typhoon. That's in there from my from my neck of the woods. Mysticum, for example. So yeah, they have a lot of stuff in here, and it's that nice open back. Yeah, it's worth it. If you are into black metal demos, this is a compilation, and this is volume 2. So there's volume 1, this is volume 2, and I think they are supposed to do 3 when all is said and done. But yeah, there are some surprises in here, like the Typhoon was a surprise that got picked up for this. There's a lot of Grausamkeit stuff in here, so yeah, it goes all over the place. That's it. Short little updates, 21 minutes, so it's basically a standard new collection. Yeah, once again, supports. If you're into zines, check out Boots Heaven. Boot Heaven, god damn it. I think you will find that it's a great zine to read. That's it for now. That's it for this week, and I'll see you, I don't know, probably next weekend, or Grondwerk will be 2 weeks because we're doing Lugubrum, which is too much to tackle in 1 week. But yeah, I'll see you soon. Peace.